Hello dear students, welcome back in our English lesson. Today, after doing some reading comprehension, we're going to deal with vocabulary. So lots of vocabulary exercises for you to enrich the words that you already have. So we're going to read and find vocabulary about accommodation, transport, holidays, booking, and a phrasal verb that has to do with that. Let's start first of all. We have got words that go together as if they are collocations. It's the first part and the second part. It might be an adjective, it might be a noun. So this is what I want from you to combine. We have mouth-watering, archaeological, tourist, business, physically, boat, capital, natural, adventure, and handmade. And we are given some nouns here. So, the city. How can the city be? It's the capital city of Albania, Tirana, for example. A meeting. What kind of meeting? It's a business meeting. The trip. What kind of trip? Take a look at the words. It is a boat trip. You might have put a business trip as well, but you have to think of what is the other word. So, depending on the words given, you might use one or the other. The meal, if it's delicious, what was the synonym we said? Mouth-watering, tasty, really, really tasty. The site, the place, not the site, not what we see, it's not, be careful how it is written, it's differently written. We're talking about an archaeological site, archaeological place. The souvenirs that people create with their hands, they are handmade souvenirs. Attraction. How can the attraction be? It's a tourist attraction, so a place that tourists go and visit. Active. We're talking about something that is physically active. The holiday. It's an adventure holiday. So we would like to go and relax, but also have some adventure. And the phenomenon, that is a natural phenomenon. Something that has been created by nature. Let's move on to the next slide and see the words. We're given different words like come, took, take, board, remind, dine, wonder, and unwind. I'm going to refresh your memory with wonder when you go around, unwind when you relax. So maybe these two you do not really remember. Let's put them in the sentences. Mary prefers to things at her own pace. This is an expression that we learn. When you take things at your own pace, you do things slowly, as you wish. Number two, what time do we? You need the verb, and you've got the ship. What is the verb? You board the ship. You get on the ship. Number three, is spacious beachfront apartments and clear your mind. So you need a verb here. To unwind, to relax. Visiting Jordan was a dream. Of course, this again is an expression. It was a dream come true, of course. These photos, what? Bring to my mind, so they remind me of our last holiday in India. The view from the top, what? It took, of course, my breath away. This is an expression as well. I was amazed by the view. Number 7, around the market and discover the perfect souvenirs. So you should go and wander around. And tonight, we will dine, of course, on a local delicacy, roast camel. Let's move on. We have another exercise concerning vocabulary, of course. We're given the verbs prefer, take, try, lie, go, shop, write, enjoy, and practice. Let's go and put them in the appropriate expressions. So don't forget, we have got some expressions and you should learn them as they are within context, within the sentences. So, all Sam wants to do on holiday is what? He wants to lie on the beach, of course. Sally likes going, what? You want to go and shop, so you like going shopping for souvenirs. He always, what does he do? He writes postcards, of course, to us when he is on holiday. Number 4, I love, maybe you don't know this word, snaps, when you take photos, short photos. So, I love taking, of course, holiday snaps. Number 5, you should take every opportunity to, what? The language. You have to practice the language. So you've learned something and you need to practice. You shouldn't be embarrassed if you don't know some words. It's okay. Number 6, Tom can sit for hours and what? The scenery. And enjoy, of course, the scenery. Number 7, make sure the local food. What are you going to do? You are going to try, of course, the local food. Number 8, Bob likes to, on guided tours on holiday, he likes to go, of course, on guided tours. Number 9, the Smiths, take a look at the verbs, they prefer, of course, all-inclusive holidays. All right, these were the verbs and how they are used in different sentences. Let's move on. Now, we are given 4 or 5, even more, groups of sentences, of words, and we need to cross out the one that has nothing to do with these categories. So, in the types of holiday, skiing, plane, cruise, sightseeing, safari and beach, which is the word that has nothing to do with holidays, types of holidays? And of course, it's the plane. It is not a type of holiday. It is a means of transport. Accommodation, self-catering apartment, bed and breakfast, hostel, limo, and a campsite, which is not part of accommodation. And of course, it's a limo. We're talking about the car. Transport, trolley, subway, villa, taxi, train, ferry, plane, and moped. That small motorbike is called a moped. So, which is not part of the transport? And of course, you would agree with me, it's the villa. We're talking about the place, the villa, accommodation. Cultural places, not simply places, be careful. Cultural. Cafe, art gallery, museum, theater, and ancient site, which is not a cultural place. And of course, it's the cafe. It is a place, but not cultural. Eating out. Where can we eat? Pizzeria, fast food restaurant, steakhouse, fishmongers, and a fish restaurant, which is not a place to eat out. And of course, it's the fishmongers. Fishmonger is the person that sells the fish, as we can see. It's not, so this is the place, but it's not the place to go and eat there. All right? Now, thinking of holidays, we have appropriate verbs that go with the noun. And I want you to find the expression. Lisa, she books her tickets, closes or holds, which is the expression that we use when we want to reserve our tickets. And of course, book. You book a ticket, you reserve. While in London, we went on a day, of course, trip, day trip. It's a short journey. Where is the, take a look, information center? The tourist information center that gives information to tourists. Would you like an aisle, so in the small corridor, or a window, what? A window seat, so when you sit close to the window. We have here the plane, and this is the window seat, whereas here in front would be the aisle seat. Would you like a single, so just to go, or a return ticket? So you pay in order to go in a place and to return, to get back. Let's move on. Number 5. Before you get on the plane, you have to show your boarding what? This is an expression again. Your boarding pass, of course. Only in this way you can get on the plane. Number 6. Would you like a single, so just to go in a place, or a return ticket, so to go and to get back from that place? Number 7. Passengers must embark on the ship, get on the ship, or step on the ship before 10:30. Be careful. Embark and get on have the same meaning, but we have the word on with preposition on. So we're going to use get. You get on. If you use embark, you shouldn't have on. Embark the ship. Be careful with the difference. Number 8. It took him half an hour just to get through passport, of course, control. Call me when you get to the train station, to the train platform or the train stop, and I'll come and pick you up. You get to the train station, of course, and there is a huge queue. Many people waiting one after the other. This is the queue. At the airport, check-in desk, check-in table, or check-in office. And of course, it is the check-in desk. Okay, now, the last thing for this lesson today, we're going to see the meaning, the different meanings of phrasal verbs. We've got the phrasal verb check and check out, check on, check in, check over and off. And at the end of every sentence, we are given the meaning, so it's easy for you to understand. When we enter a hotel, we check in, of course. So we checked in and were shown to our rooms. When we make sure that everything is okay, they checked what? On their children. So they checked that their kids were fine before they left. Make a list of all the items you need to pack for your trip and check them. So tick off and check them off. It is the same as tick off as you pack them. We have to check, we have to leave, we have to pay and leave. So we have to check out when we leave the hotel. Before 12 noon is usually. And he checked over the papers, so he saw them very carefully before he signed them. All right? So these were the exercises that had to do with the vocabulary. Try to do them many times so that you can feel certain about your knowledge. Thank you for paying attention. Goodbye.